What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. So EA Sports has done it again. They've patched the game. They told us that it was a title update. They just didn't list everything that was going on inside the Gridiron updates. A lot of you guys have been giving numerous feedback. I just played a couple games live here on YouTube, which many of you guys were there to see, where you were able to see some of the new changes that EA just didn't tell us about. One of the major things that you have to understand is that you still cannot jump on offense. So if your player is there and it's between you and the defender, EA has made it like it's an inability for your player to get off the ground. That's one of the major pet peeves that a lot of people have with the game. Even people that are not as good as Madden, good at Madden as they used to be. That's a major issue because they realistically, if you look at it the way that it is, your players will not jump if the defender is close enough to, that said receiver, tight end, running back, whatever. It'll just be an animation where the defender will pick the ball. Very, very ridiculous in a next-gen type game, which is why I don't expect much out of the, the newer version that's coming in December. But we'll wait to see what happens. But again, we're going to talk about some of the things that have really adjusted, the play style of the game itself. Number one, we're going to talk about the fact that inside stuff, I had to take it off my player, right? So what happens with inside stuff? Many of us know, some of us think that it's OP, some of us think that, oh my God, it's ridiculous. What you may have started to notice is there are a lot more plays that you can now run where inside stuff just does not work. Or he overruns the play and doesn't make the play. So what happens is when you go and you utilize this right now, you are going to get some stops depending on the runs, but many people know if you come out in certain, single back plays, inside stuff is like, it doesn't work. If you come out in specific shotgun plays, the spread, certain things like that, it just makes it so that it doesn't work. They've enhanced that. So now what happens is if you play somebody that comes out like in Trey Flex, Trips tight end, any of the popular formations that people are promoting, those plays you can run inside zone in most cases, and inside stuff won't do anything. They'll just get blocked. You can also double team the inside stuff to make it just not react to anything. And that's a little bit more of an enhancement that we've ever seen thus far, because it used to be something that was really, really good, right? So now what I tried to do in my most recent game is equip Defensive Rally. Now, Defensive Rally has a lot of people that say it sucks, it doesn't work, but let me explain to you what happens, right? When you read the description of what is going on, it actually feeds into the garbage that EA has created. Listen to what they do. They add a pass rush point to all linemen on 3rd and 4th down. So it's like a point system that we all know about. If you don't have any points at certain parts of the game and you're trying to rush, that is the reason why you don't get pressure. So what they do is not only did they add nano detection, they've taken a little bit more away from the defense, because now, regardless of your player's stamina, the way that they're designed, the amount of coins that you spend for them, if they don't have that, they just won't do anything on the line. They'll just play around and have fun while it's happening. Like, yo, okay, cool, dude, I'm just not going to rush. That's what they're doing. So it doesn't really matter how good the player is. If you've been running a defense and, like, say your drive has been going on for a while, you're going to notice it. Regardless of the level of play that you are, you're going to notice it, right? So with Defensive Rally, what I've seen is since the most recent title update, a lot of people have been using it. Now, you don't need more than one. Some people are saying, yeah, you could probably put it on multiple people and then you get more. It doesn't say that it does anything specifically like increases the rush for the individual player. It just adds that extra rush point, which is more than likely going to make it very, very easy for you to get a sack or a stop in the backfield on 3rd and 4th down. Now notice, EA is very, very smart. You see how it says 4th down there? Why would they have it like that? Why? Because they know a lot of people, especially these total bums, they go for it on 4th down. Because when you play like that and you have no care in the world, EA is going to benefit you. Like if you just throw it at somebody's user, do me a favor, guys, for those of you guys that didn't join us during the earlier GmiasWorld stream right here on YouTube, just check it out. You're going to see what I'm talking about. When you play somebody that just does not care, they are going to do whatever they want. So usually they're going to go for it on 4th down. And EA knew what they were doing when they made this ability. They kind of figured, all right, we made the game very ridiculous. You can just throw the ball through people. People just won't play defense. So more than likely, a lot of people will go for it on 4th down. We have to create an ability that will help, the defensive side of the ball, because they've taken away so much from the user and so much from the defensive line that they're like, let us give them something. So right now, based on where we are with the title update, this is going to add that point. So now on 3rd and 4th down, they're going to do something. What? We don't know, but they're going to do something, right? So that should help you guys a little bit more, as far as trying to figure out what needs to be done with your defensive line. So that's the only other thing that's been really, really nerfed, the inside stuff. And again, I was a big fan of inside stuff when it was first out. Like, yo, this is kind of dope, man. Like, this really, really works pretty well. And then after the most recent title update, not only did they destroy the servers and you can't find games, but that's something else that they did not put in the gridiron notes. That inside stuff is pretty much a trash can ability. Now, don't get me wrong. If you play somebody that has no knowledge of the game and they come out and they're trying to run general runs like, strong close, eye close, sometimes in eye close, depending on if they audible down to eye close, it won't really matter with the stretch. They'll overrun it and the player can go ahead and keep going. But if they come out in the play, you're more likely to be able to stop it with the inside stuff than if they audible down to it. Just to give you guys some insight. A lot of the shotgun plays, however, you will not get that proper inside stuff, just run right in type of situation, because that's not what they want. So you may not see that. So I just want to point that out, that may be something that some of you are noticing more and more, that it just doesn't work, or they overrun the player and they go after the quarterback and the running back is running scot-free. So will defensive rally actually be something? Maybe for the next couple days, once EA Sports watches this video, they're going to nerf it and then something else will happen. The one thing that I can tell you is double or nothing is probably the best bet to just run around with, because it's pretty much what it is. It's double or nothing. We don't expect anything, so sometimes we'll get double. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird, but that's what it is. And that's why I like the idea of us starting to utilize defensive rally, because the other players all have double or nothing. So when you add that point, they're going to give you something. Now, will they get nano detected and stop running after the quarterback, and the quarterback will just run all your hit stick the quarterback and he won't fumble, he'll get up and pick your moms up in the stands? That may happen, but at the end of the day, EA Sports is letting us know that they're trying to give us an opportunity so that we will have something no matter what the rush. So for me, I think one player is enough having this. If two people have it, you probably will figure that it'll be double the the rush points, but that won't really matter because it's only going to work on 3rd and 4th down anyway. So the extra points won't really matter, because as long as the ability is active, 3rd and 4th down is the key. And like I said, EA is covering themselves by doing that, because they're telling us, we know everybody's going on 4th down because the game is just what it is. Like, the developers purposely made the game like this to create frustration and rage. So you have to be as prepared as possible for what's going to be coming. So I do like that defensive rally for now. I did see a little bit of difference. I've only used it for 2 games so far, but I did see a little bit of difference with it, because now with everybody else, they all have double or nothing. So they're able to get a little bit more. And like I said, before you were just going to get nothing. Now you'll have a chance of getting something with that defensive rally. So another option that you could use is one defensive rally and one of the inside stuff, if you want it to be very bold. But then that will take away from some of the other things that you guys can do. And I don't really want to recommend that you do that, because that might be an issue for you guys if you start mix and matching your ability points. So for me right now, we're going to keep it as the 1 right now, and then we'll figure out everything else, because the other players that have the AP, it's necessary for the things that they're doing to have that. Right now we're doing mid-zone KO, double or nothing. We got the shutdown on this guy, just the X Factor ability, Acrobat. And like I said, Acrobat is OP, but it's OP when it wants to be. It's not something that's always going to work. Don't believe that hype, because the game is so random that in certain cases it just won't work, and you'll get dotted, and then you'll play somebody that'll play you and you'll think that they have 1 step ahead on, because Acrobat will be so glitchy. It's part of the game. It's a lot of randomness. And that's the disgusting part about the game. But at the end of the day, we're going to still work through and try to figure out exactly what needs to be done, because the biggest part about this update that they did was made the middle linebacker just stack right there and look completely ridiculous. So they're doing a real great job over there at EA Sports with these updates. But again, that's one of the biggest things that I don't think that you knew about, or you may have been noticing it and you just couldn't figure out why it was happening. Well, I'm here to tell you, I validated it, and I did it live on stream. Inside stuff is just not what it was. It's absolutely been nerfed. You won't find it in the gridiron notes, because they patched the game and didn't tell us again. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You go ahead and have a great day. Until next time, 1 love, y'all.